Hey everyone, here's the next video in the 90s Nostalgia series. This one is about Lego Star Wars, and before, in the 90s, before this came out, there was several different types of Lego themes and collector sets and builder sets, and it was around late 90s. Now this was after the original trilogy of Star Wars that came out, the movies, all three movies, episode 4, 5, and 6. And it wasn't until the late 90s that the Lego company took on the theme of Star Wars and included different designs from the ships, a few of the sets for the actual Star Wars movies themselves, and created buildable Star Wars items in using the Lego pieces. And let me show you here on this instruction booklet on the back. So this was the first time that Lego Star Wars came out. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, 1999, and it has come back a few times, being renewed, different upgrades to Lego Star Wars, but in the 90s this was the original release, first time. And what I have here is the instruction booklet for this set right here, the Snowspeeder from episode 5, and this is the constructed ship. This is the box that came in, and this is the instruction booklet. And these were how people learned to build the Lego items. They give you exploded views of the different pieces that come together to form the end product, which is what you see on the front of the box. We skip a few pages, and this is what the end product looked like. These instructions are very good. They're very helpful for kids, because the age 7 to 12, so maybe if you're a little bit younger, you might need some help, or these instructions may be just good enough for you. And it's pretty nicely done how the design is so similar to the actual movie, the iconic ships in the movies themselves. The Snowspeeder here, and this box here is the actual X-Wing that Luke Skywalker from the Star Wars series piloted, and you'll see these in episode 4, 5. It's very the likeness is very nicely done. The comparison to the actual. Here, let me show you what I mean. This is not a Lego figure. This is just an actual Star Wars figurine. It's not something you build yourself. It's already constructed. All you do is just purchase it, and you can put it on display, or you can use it however you wish in terms of play. And this is a TIE Interceptor. A little bit different than what the movie showed. The movie, they might have appeared here and there, but I think mostly what you see in the movies that they showed most of is the TIE fighters, and the modified one that Darth Vader uses, the modified TIE fighter. I forget the name, but this is a TIE Interceptor. Just came straight out of the box like this, already assembled. Not really much features except the expanding wings, pilot inside the cockpit. You can take it out and put it back in and put it on the stand. But this is something that's already assembled, and so it's very the likeness to the movie items, to the movie ships, is very similar, very comparable. Now that, in contrast, the Lego ones, even though they are made of actual Lego pieces, you can see all the little ridges and bumps that you use to connect piece to piece, and all the blocks that go into making this. It's very, at the end product is very like what you would see in an already made figurine from the Star Wars universe. And these little ships here from Lego Star Wars, you can use them in display as just for viewing, or you can actually, they have points of articulation where they make it suitable for play for children. And what this snowspeeder can do is the flaps go up and down, as you can see, just those two angles, nothing else. You can open these just to show I think this is a symbol for the Rebel Alliance. And cockpit opens up, you can put the figurine in there, and this part right here is where the lightsaber, you take off the blade part where the saber emerges. You just put the lightsaber handle in there and it can transport that in there. In the back there's also a swivel cannon, and another pilot can go in this back part right here, the cockpit in the back. And that's it for this one. The X-Wing now, it's a little bit, this is more like a, I think it was $19.99 to buy this box, and this one is $29.99, so a little bit more expensive, but it's a larger ship and it has more features. For example, in the front, little compartment to put the lightsaber. The cockpit opens up, put the pilot in there, which in this case you get a Luke Skywalker character for this one and the snowspeeder. I just don't have it in here right now. Comes with Luke Skywalker character, I think an extra pilot for the snowspeeder. This one doesn't have an extra pilot, but it has R2-D2 figurine that goes here. Each of those comes with the lightsaber for the Luke Skywalker. And in the back there's also a little secret compartment. You can put small items in there. The wings of the X-Wing actually open up like in the actual film themselves. When they start to fly out, they expand. These are kind of, this has been a few years in storage, so the construction is starting to wear down a little bit. But the wings expand and fold up. See, it's been in storage for a while, so it's kind of like it's broken, kind of rigid. The articulation is not great right now. But anyways, these were great for kids because, number one, constructing them was part of the fun. Following the instructions and seeing the end product come alive after you've finished assembling it, and also being able to combine sets to create different play scenarios, and all doing different types of playing with each of the features and trying them out, testing them out for yourself, and also thinking of creative ways to come up with new ways to build different things using the same pieces. But I just left it the way it is for years, not try to build something new out of this, because this is pretty iconic as it is, the two figurines, and it's something nice to, either you can put it on display if you want to showcase it, or if you want to keep it however you wish, in a shelf, hang it up, or just keep it in a box and pull out when as a kid when you want to play with it.